proposed game, The Complete Enchanter, is set in the world of romance literature and mythology. It is based on a remediation of several of these works by deCamp and Platt, two Golden Age science fiction fantasy writers. The first part of the game will be set in the world of Edmund Spenser's Faerie Queene, remediated to the Mathematics of Magic novel, remediated into the game, which updates the Mathematics of Magic to the current day. In these novels, Platt and deCamp sent their main characters into worlds that were based on various literature, including the Faerie Queene and Orlando Furionis. The game will start in Edmund Spenser's Faerie Queene. While cleaning out your new workplace, the institute where Reed and Charmer had previously worked, you come across some paperwork, and while reading through it, you accidentally activate the Charmer's transportation device, and now discover yourself in a world with warlike but chivalric knights, damsels in distress, and no indoor plumbing. Your game character must survive, stop the evil sorcerers from taking over the world of Faerie Queene, and contact Harold and She to find out about getting home. The reason we picked the Faerie Queene to start with is the easiest one to first remediate, because it is very much a familiar high fantasy universe. Your characters will start out in the character creation. The design will be a somewhat standardized MMORPG, except for the skill design and character classes. There will actually be no set character classes to start with. Instead, the design will go a different route. The design will also have the ability to do multiplayer, and will be developed in Unity. The players will all be professionals as opposed to warriors or fighters, and your backstory will give you the ability to develop useful starter skills. Professions like policeman, former military, accountant, mathematician will all be used to create your starter skills. So you will use this transport thing by accident and arrive in the worlds of Faerie Queene. Not particularly well represented in my current concept art. The only races in the game, at least initially, will be the humans, but there will be a little possibility of having either divine or fae latent attributes because your ancestry had come in contact with magical beings. And these attributes can or cannot become active in the game depending on how you quest. There will be no character classes. Instead, you will be giving a set of points which you will use to create your character's backstory, which will in turn set up your skills when you initially go into the game. Once in the game, you will find trainers, mentors, or quests that will help you develop those initial skills into usable skills within the game framework. Also, there will be no leveling in this game. Instead, you will maximize the skill base not reach a level and get new skills. You will learn whatever skills you choose. You will follow whatever types of paths you want. So how does this work? You will be given, like in a pen and paper RPG, a series of points that you can put towards various traits. So you will have like 5 trait points, 10 experience or learned skill points. And you will pick different traits that you want to concentrate, like intelligence, physical, spiritual. Then you will pick your background thing. In the example shown, I created a military veteran accountant. And so they were an MP, and they have 3 points in that. And they have an interest in martial arts, so they have 2 points in that. Their education is 2 because they have an accounting degree and a bachelor's degree. They just started accounting and they do music. So how's this put together? Well, their background gives them weapon skills, but it's modern weapon skills. Gives them physical skills, including martial arts. And the combination of the military background and all and the physical skills give them some stealth ability, but they can't drive very well. And then they have the intelligence skills, which is accounting, which is mathematical, logic, which is needed for magic development, and investigation from the military MP background. Added to that, this character has a latency that hasn't been developed. Her ancestry included something from one of the Siren mythos. So the secondary hobby of music, coupled with the Siren background, allows this character another set of skills. In this thing, it is not the secondary set of skills may not become active. So, how does this work in the gameplay? The players must use whatever initial skills they're given to deal with the situations they confront when they are transported to this universe. Your player who had track could run away very fast and escape things, while someone who had martial arts could attack and possibly succeed in taking down a bad guy. From there, they will link up with the Knights of Glorianus and start developing mentors, trainers, and do quests that will allow them to develop their skills, acquire equipment, and help the Knights of Glorianus hold the sorcerers off. At the same time, there will be a level of puzzle solving because you must put together the logic of the magic in the universe and work to contact Harold Shee and Reed Charmer in order to get them to help you fight the sorcerers and put things back the way she and Reed had left it. The game seems to run like a standard single player. You get to the point of you successfully contact Shee and Charmer, but then there's a whole range of other worlds where Shee and Charmer have been bopping around for over 50 years. And your player can go through any of these worlds as they develop. So these will be extension packs available. The goal of this game is twofold. One, to create a fun and enriching gaming environment. And the other is to allow and improve knowledge of literature. One of the parts of this game will be segments that will allow players to learn new literature and utilize it in the game, like a special event where you get special points for stumping the BAM with obscure poetry or intriguing the BAM with original works. So there is a number of elements to this game, and it is slightly different from